This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker SOFI or Sofi Technologies. So I pulled up the 3-year weekly here just to kind of see what's going on with the stock, and you can see the price here has bottomed out around $4. There were a few tests around that $4 level here on the weekly, and it definitely found a bottom and has made a nice move higher. And you kind of see at the beginning of the chart, some of the losses were much larger, losing 48 cents, losing 5 cents, losing 15 cents, and losing 14 cents. But since then, the earnings have really improved. You can see losing 9 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, and 6 cents. So these last 3 quarters have definitely been a much better quarter for SoFi, or much better quarters for SoFi, and they have really narrowed that net loss. So we'll kind of see if they can continue this trend and keep shrinking those net losses and try to work towards a break even here on earnings per share. Let's take a look here in Yahoo Finance at some of the financials. The operating cash flow is pretty brutal year over year. You can see 2019, they bled 54 million for operating cash flow, and then coming to 2022, operating cash flow is negative 7.2 billion the last 12 months, negative 9.5 billion. And then down here for free cash flow, it's a very similar picture. 2019, they had a negative free cash flow of 92 million. And then coming up to the last 12 months, it has grown to negative free cash flow of 9.7 billion. So free cash flow statement there is kind of rough. Let's come into the balance sheet here, kind of take a look at the yearly. They do have positive common stock equity. And if you look at that common stock equity, it has grown significantly from 2019. So you can see in 2019 they had negative 339 million in stock equity, and they have turned to a positive here, 4.3 billion for 2021, and then 5.2 billion for 2022. Let's take a look at the income statement really quick. I know we looked at earnings on Thinkorswim in the chart, but let's look at the income statement here. And the net income common stockholders, which is your earnings, it's kind of up and down. It was trending in the wrong direction for a few years here between 2019 and 2021, going from negative 263 million up to negative 483 million. But for 2022, it turned in a better direction. And you can see the last 12 months, it has turned in a better direction. And we kind of saw that on the chart there. So for me, coming in and look at the financial statements, I mean, the balance sheet is good. Considering they have more assets than liabilities. The earnings are kind of shifting in the right direction, even though they are still negative. But the cash flow statement is pretty brutal. So for like me, looking at these 3 financial statements, this is not something that I would put my money into as an investment. I think this is a lot more risky of an investment versus something that has a lot of positive free cash flows, positive earnings. They already have, more assets than liabilities, so they do have that positive common stock equity. But let's go back to the cash flow statement really quick here, and you can see some huge financing cash flow numbers here, and we can kind of dig into this. So let's drop this down a little bit. Let's kind of see what's going on. So you can see in 2020 they had 369 million in issuing common stock, and then right here, if we drop this down, long-term debt issuance, they've got a lot of that going on here too. So you can see in 2020 they have 524 million in long-term debt issuance, and then for 2022 that was a pretty big number as well at 1.3 billion, and then the last 12 months at 2.5 billion. So taking out a lot of debt, issuing a lot of stock, but they are slowly improving their earnings here over time. So yeah, again, for me, a company that's taking out this much debt, issuing stock like that, that's not my ideal investment. I like to see those positive operating cash flows, those positive free cash flows, those positive earnings. But the way things are going for SoFi, maybe in the future they will turn that around and we'll start to see those positive earnings. So I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker SOFI or Sofi Technologies. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.